Good morning, my dear students. As you know that we have started chapter 2 to you. In our last class, we have discussed the full explanation on GAAP, correct? After that, we have come across accounting concepts. There are 10 accounting concepts. There are rules and regulations where each and every accounting will be followed. Here, once again I repeat, in our last class, we have started chapter 2. That chapter 2 is theory based of accounting. As all of you know, what is the meaning of accountancy? Accountancy means it is a theory and practices of accounting. In first chapter and second chapter, we are learning theory of accounting, and from third chapter, we will be going for the practices of accounting. Here in chapter 2, in our last class, we have come across the big explanation on GAAP. What is the full form of GAAP? Generally accepted accounting principles. This is called GAAP. Then after that, we have discussed some accounting concepts. Correct, right? This is the syllabus we have done in our last class. Let us go for today's class. Very important and very easy. I hope so. In today's class, we will complete chapter 2 for you. It is very small chapter. The next today's topic is the next important concept which I am going to cover today for you is accounting conventions. Accounting conventions. Write out the heading in the notes. Accounting conventions. Very important. This is very important question for you. This may arise you for 2 marks. What is the meaning of accounting conventions? Write out the meaning. Accounting convention. Accounting convention. Write down. Accounting convention. Conventions are those customs, traditions, those customs, traditions or practices which are followed by accountant as a guide for the preparation of financial statements. This is the exact meaning of accounting conventions. Very important. This is very important question to you. Before going to explanation, I would like to tell you something. See, in our India, it is full of religions. Correct? India is full of religions. In our India, there are many religions who are coming from many centuries, which is following from many centuries. Even though in a present days also we are following certain religions. Yes, obviously India is full of traditions. India is full of customs. India is full of practices which is following from many centuries. For example, Hindus, they do have own religions. Hindus also have their own religions. Hindus have God. Hindus have certain traditions. Hindus have certain customs which they are following. Correct, right? Grandfather, great grandfather was following same rules and regulations which is followed by the grandfather. What the grandfather is followed, the rules that is followed by the father, and what our father is followed, we are following. This is called traditions. Correct, right? Are we doing anything changes here? No, we are not doing changes here. For example, if I am Hindu, my father will be Hindu. If my father is Hindu, my grandfather will be Hindu. My grandfather is Hindu, then great grandfather is also a Hindu. So that is the tradition which we are following. That are the customs we are following. For example, if I am Muslim, my great grandfather is a Muslim, and grandfather is also a Muslim, and my father is also a Muslim, and me also a Muslim. So this is the tradition which we are following in our country. This is the traditions which we will follow, which is nothing but India is full of religion. India is full of religion is nothing but whatever the traditions, what are the customs which our father is following, that we are following. What we are following, that will be followed by the next generation. That is called traditions. That is called practices. Here Hindus will be doing one practice. What they will do? They will perform puja. Correct? Right? What the Hindus will do practice? They will do the practices of puja. What the Hindus will do practice? Muslims will do the practice of namaz. These are the things which is doing by each and every religion in our nation. Each and every customs will be followed by each and every religion in our India. This is one example for you. See. See, let me tell you what is the exact meaning of accounting conventions. Accounting conventions are those customs. Accounting conventions means accounting conventions are those customs or those traditions or practices which is nothing but, see, accounting concepts is nothing but, let me tell you, accounting concepts means rules and regulations. Are you understanding here? Accounting concepts means, as an accountant, if I am starting my business, if I am writing the accountancy, I have to follow certain rules and regulations. That is called accounting concept. Accounting concepts are the guidelines or rules and regulations which is followed by the accountant for the preparation of the financial statements. That is called accounting concepts. Now, what is accounting conventions? Accounting conventions are those customs, traditions, practices which is followed by the accountant. Who has to follow these customs, who has to follow these traditions, who has to follow these practices means these traditions, customs should be followed by the accountant, should be followed by a person who is writing the accountancy. That person is called accountant here. Accountant is nothing but he or she is a person who is writing the accountancy of a particular business. That person will be called as a accountant. Accountant, what he has to follow? He has to follow certain customs, traditions and practices for what purpose? As a guide for the preparation of financial statements. If a accountant, if he want to write the accountancy of any particular business, he or she should be followed certain customs, certain traditions or practices of accountancy. That is called accounting conventions. What is the meaning of accounting conventions? Accounting conventions are those customs, traditions or practices which are followed by the accountant as a guide for the preparation of financial statements. Financial statements is nothing but financial books, financial documents which will be prepared by the accountant with the help of certain customs, certain traditions, certain practices to write the accountancy of a particular business is called accounting convention. You should write in the notes what is the exact meaning of accounting conventions. Accounting conventions means are those customs, are those traditions or practices which are followed by accountant. Accountant means he or she is a person who is writing accountancy of a particular business as a guide for the preparation of financial statements is called accounting convention. Write down in the notes, you should maintain in the notes. Next. Write down the next heading. important accounting conventions are there? How many important accounting conventions are there? 4. Write down the next heading. Important. Write down the next. Important accounting conventions. Important accounting conventions. Important accounting conventions is what I said you just. What is the meaning of accounting convention? Accounting conventions are those customs or traditions or practices which will be followed by the accountant for the preparation of the financial statements. Now, what are those traditions? What are those customs? What are those practices which should be followed by the accountant? There are 4 customs are there, 4 traditions are there, 4 practices are there which should be known by the accountant before preparing any accountancy. The accountant, the person should know certain customs, certain traditions of accountancy. There are 4 accounting conventions are there which will be followed, which will be prepared by the accountant. There are important accounting concepts. First one is convention of materiality. Write down the first one. Convention of first point. Write down convention of materiality. Write down the first point. Convention of materiality. Convention of materiality. Under that, write down what is the meaning. According to this convention, write down in the notes. According to this convention, in accounting, a detailed record is made only of those accounting transactions which are material use and insignificance transactions will be ignored. This is called convention of materiality. The first tradition, the first practices, the first custom which should be known by the accountant is convention of materiality. What is the meaning of convention of materiality? Convention of materiality is nothing but in our accountancy, as an accountant, if he want to write the accountancy in the bookkeeping means, he should write only those accounting transactions which are material use, which is nothing but ನಾವು accountancy ಬರಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ accountant ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ he has to write only business transactions which will be used as a material. That is the point here. Convention of materiality is nothing but according to this convention in accounting, a detailed record is nothing but we have to write each and every record of our business, only those transactions which will take place in our business, which is related to only accountancy, which is related to only money, which are related to my material is nothing but which are related to money only. As an accountant, if he want to write the accountancy means he has to write only those accounting transactions which are related to money only. Other transactions should be ignored. Insignificant transactions will be ignored. If any transaction which is not related to money means the transaction will be not writing in our accountancy. that is called convention of materiality. Convention of materiality means it is in accounting. In accounting, we will write the detailed records of each and every business transactions which are only related to material use, which are related to only money use. If any transaction which is not related to material, which is not related to money, that transactions will be ignored. That transactions will be not writing in our accountancy. That is called convention of materiality. Next go, second point. Take down the second customs. Convention of conservatism. Convention of conservatism. Write it very clear. Convention of conservatism. Write down in the notes. We have to maintain. Write down the convention of. It means that the convention or the policy of playing safe, full stop. The accounting records and the financial statements and the financial statements of a business, all the purpose losses, should not to be taken note. Should not to be taken note. Let us go for the next tradition, next custom which is followed by the accountant. The second one is convention of conservatism. You should write the meaning in the notes. What is the meaning of convention of conservatism? Convention of conservatism means that the convention, that the custom, that the practices which will be followed by the organization, which will be followed by the accountant, or the policy of playing safe. What is the policy? As an accountant, his policy should be always playing safe. Whatever the accountancy he is writing, what are the customs he is following, what are the rules and regulations he is following for writing the accountancy, his policy should be a playing safe. Why playing safe is nothing but what are the rules and regulations which he is following while writing the accountancy. He should be very well known person, he should be very talented person, he should be educated person to write the accountancy. If any uneducated person writing the accountancy means he or she may face many problems. That's what as an accountant he should play a safe area. He should be doing activities in an easy manner, in a simple manner. Then the accounting records, which are nothing but the accounting transactions, the accounting books, the accounting financial statements and the financial statements of a business, all the purpose losses should not be taken note, which is nothing but whatever the business we are doing, our business intention, our aim, our objective is to earn the profit. Correct? Right? Each and every business his intention is to earn the profit. That's what here as an accountant, if I am writing any accountancy means my intention is only to show the profit to the organization, not the losses, not they should not, which is nothing but all the purpose losses should not be taken into note. That is called a convention of conservatism. Once again I repeat, convention of conservatism means as a accountant he or she should be followed a policy, that is the policy is playing safe. Whatever the financial statements or documents which is preparing, which is not purposefully, losses should be shown into the note. Purposefully as an accountant, if he is showing purposefully losses to the organization, it always create a problem in the organization. That's what, as an accountant, always he should be in the favor of the organization. He should try his best level to show the profit. If accountant is showing purposefully losses, ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ losses ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ it may create the problem. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ losses ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ should not be taken note, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Always intention is to the profit. That is called convention of conservatism. Let us go to the third. What is the third convention? Read on the notes. Read on the third one. Convention of consistency. Convention of consistency. The third one is convention of consistency. It means in accounting, read on. It means in accounting. Means in accounting that the accounting practices and methods should remain unchanged from one accounting year from one accounting year to another year also. This is our third custom, this is our third tradition which we will follow as an accountant. What is the third? Convention of consistency. Convention of consistency means in accounting practices and methods should remain unchanged. Whatever the rules and regulations which we will follow while writing the accountancy, what is the method, what is the procedure, what are the steps which we will follow while writing the bookkeeping, while maintaining the bookkeeping, it always same, it always fixed. What are the rules and regulations? See, once again repeat, as an accountant, if I am maintaining the bookkeeping, if I am writing the financial statements, if I am writing the financial documents, I should follow certain rules and regulations. In this year, what are the rules and regulations of accountancy I am following? The same rules and regulations should be followed for the next year. What are the rules and regulations which I am following for the next year? Same rules and regulations should be followed for the next year. In our accountancy, there is no changes in the rules and regulations. There will be no changes in the rules and regulations in the future. What are the rules which we were following yesterday, that will follow today? What will we are following today, that will be followed for the tomorrow. That is called here, what are the accounting practices and methods, what are the procedures, what are the steps, what are the methods which we will follow in our accountancy should remain unchanged, which means it never changes from one accounting year to another accounting year. That is called convention of consistency. Convention of consistency means in our accountancy, whatever the practices, whatever the methods which we are following to write the financial statements, to prepare the financial documents of the organization, which always remains same. We should remain unchanged from one accounting year to another accounting year. This is your third convention of consistency. Let us go for the fourth. convention of full disclosure. What is that fourth? Convention of full disclosure. Convention of full disclosure. Write out the fourth point, convention of full disclosure. What is this convention of full disclosure? It means that, write down in the notes, it means that all the materials and relevant facts concerning financial performances of a business must be fully and completely disclosed in the financial statements. Write down the fourth and last tradition which we will follow as accountant. The fourth custom is convention of full disclosure. Convention of full disclosure means that all the materials and relevant facts concerning the financial performances of a business must be fully and completely disclosed in the financial statement. You know very well, this is the important and most important convention, most practiced convention which we will follow. Here in our accountancy, while writing the bookkeeping as an accountant, I should be writing all material and relevant facts. I have to write each and every fact, each and every activity, each and every event, each and every business transaction of our business. Now business really ಏನೇನ್ activities ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಏನೇನ್ transactions ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ transactions na I should be writing in our financial statements. That is called here account convention of full disclosure. Full is nothing but all activities, full transactions. Full disclosure is nothing but all the activities, all the events, all the business transactions should be right in the bookkeeping, should be shown in the financial documents of the organization. Convention of full disclosure means all the activities, all the business transactions should show in the financial statements. As an accountant, that is fourth rule I should follow. That is the fourth procedure I should follow. Convention of full disclosure is nothing but it means that all material, all the money related transactions and relevant facts, money related whatever the facts are there, that all facts, that all material transactions, that all money related transactions, all business transactions I should show in a financial performances of a business must be fully and completely is nothing but whatever the money related activities, whatever the money related transactions which will take place in our business, all the transactions should be fully and completely should be disclosed, should be writing, should be maintaining in the financial statements. That is called convention of full disclosure. I hope all of you have been understood. Convention of full disclosure means all the material and relevant facts which are showing in the financial performances of a business must be fully and completely shown in the financial statements is called convention of full disclosure. I hope all of you have been understood the four accounting conventions. Let us go. The next topic for the day is System of accounting. System of accounting. Read on the dictionary. System of accounting. System of accounting. System of accounting. As you know, as an accountant, we will be maintaining the bookkeeping. What we are maintaining? Bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is nothing but what? Bookkeeping is nothing but what? It is a book. It is a book where we are writing all our day-to-day financial activities of our business. Day-to-day financial activities of our business. That is called bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is nothing but it is a book where we are writing all our day-to-day financial activities of the business. As an accountant, if I want to maintain the bookkeeping, I will be maintaining the two systems of accounting. How many systems of accounting? Two systems of accounting which I should maintain, which I should follow as an accountant. If I want to write the day-to-day activities of financial activities of our business, I should follow two systems of accounting. How many systems of accounting I should follow? There are two systems of accounting which I should follow. That is called single entry system of bookkeeping. First one is single entry system. Single entry system of bookkeeping. Single entry system of bookkeeping. There are two systems in accounting where as an accountant will be follow for writing the day-to-day financial activities of the business. How many systems of accounting are there? Two systems of bookkeeping are there. First one is single entry system of bookkeeping. What is single entry system of bookkeeping? Single entry system of bookkeeping is a type of bookkeeping where as an accountant, where as a manager I will be takes place, which is nothing but single entry system means it is the recordings or recorded of incomplete recording system. This will be called which we are not recording the double entry system. That is called, once again I repeat, single entry system in bookkeeping. Single entry system of bookkeeping means it is a type of system where we will follow to write the accounting, to maintain the bookkeeping, which will be not called as a double entry system. In the single entry system, we are recording only cash transactions. What we are recording? Only we are recording cash transaction. That type of transactions will be writing under single entry system is called single entry system of bookkeeping. Single entry system of bookkeeping means which is not a complete system of bookkeeping, which is not a double entry system of bookkeeping, which is not a fully system of bookkeeping. In this single entry system book where we are writing only cash related transaction, that is called single entry system. Are you understanding here? Single entry system is nothing but it refers to bookkeeping which is not a complete. Once again I repeat, single entry system of bookkeeping means which is not a complete system of bookkeeping which records only cash related transactions, which is related transaction is called single entry system. Once again I repeat, single entry system of bookkeeping which single entry system of a bookkeeping means it is a type of single entry system. It is a type of bookkeeping. It is a type of bookkeeping. Once again I repeat, notes and meaning barpadi. Single entry system of bookkeeping means it is a type of bookkeeping which is not a complete system of bookkeeping, records only cash related transactions, which records only cash related transactions. Next, second one is double entry system of bookkeeping. Double entry system of bookkeeping. In the notes, double entry system of bookkeeping. Under this method, where both aspects like cash and credit transactions are considered and recorded Here, the next is double entry system of bookkeeping. The name itself indicating double means what? Two. Single entry system is one. Single entry system of bookkeeping is one system of bookkeeping where we are writing only cash transaction, which is not a complete system of bookkeeping. The second one is double entry system of bookkeeping. Double is nothing but two. Double is nothing but two systems of bookkeeping. Two entries will be recorded in the bookkeeping. That is what double entry system of bookkeeping means. It is also a type of bookkeeping. It is also another type of bookkeeping where the accountant will be followed one method where we are writing both the aspects. Which both aspects we will be writing? In single entry system we will be writing only cash aspect. We will be writing only cash transaction. In this we will be writing the both the aspects, both the transactions. Which are those transactions? Like cash and credit transactions. In the double entry system we are writing both the aspects. Both aspects are in our business. Cash transactions and credit transactions takes place. That both the transactions will be takes place. That both the transactions will be considered as a double entry system. That transactions will be followed certain rules and regulations and will be writing in the financial statements by each and every organization. Is called double entry system of bookkeeping. Double entry system of bookkeeping means under this method where both aspects will be followed. Which are those both? Cash transactions and credit transactions are considered and all transactions will be recorded. For recording certain these both aspects, we will follow certain rules and regulations for the preparation of the financial statements of the organization. Is called double entry system. Next, basis of accounting. Write down the next heading. The next heading which we will do for the day is basis of accounting. There are two types of basis are there. First one is cash basis. Write down in the notes. The next heading is basis of accounting. Basis of accounting. First one is cash basis and second one is actual basis. Actual basis. Write down in the notes. Basis of accounting. There are two basis of accounting. One is cash basis. Second one is accrual basis. Let us go for the first one. What is cash basis? What is accrual basis? Cash basis is nothing but whatever the incomes, whatever the expenses meaning of cash basis? Cash basis is nothing but in our business there will be incomes and expenses takes place. There are certain transactions takes place in our business. Transactions takes place in our business for a certain amount, for a certain cash, on a certain date. See here, once again I repeat, cash basis is nothing but it is a basis of accounting. In our business there will be many incomes and expenses. Transactions takes place for the cash. For the cash on a particular date, certain transactions will take place. While writing the bookkeeping, while writing the record, we will be not thinking about the date and transaction. We will be thinking about the cash. On which date the cash has been takes place, on which date we have received the amount, on which date we have paid the amount. Such kind of transactions only we will be writing in the accountancy. That method is called cash basis. Once again I repeat, cash basis is nothing but in our accountancy there will be many incomes takes place and expenses takes place. Many amount will come to the business, many amount will go out from the business, which will be considered as a transactions. We will be taking place the transaction as on a cash basis. That is called on cash basis. We will be considering the cash receiving date, not the transaction date. Today we may receive certain amount and we will deliver the goods certain after that. For example I am telling you, on 1/1/2020 we received the cash. We received cash. An example I am telling to you, 1/1/2020 we received cash. On 10/1/2020 we are giving goods. We are giving goods, which means we are doing selling. On which date we are doing? 10/1/2020. For example, we have received one order. I am telling to you one example. We have received one order. On which date we have received? On 1/1/2020 we received cash for certain goods. We received cash. And on which date we are giving goods? 10/1/2020 we are giving goods, which means on which date we are receiving cash? We are receiving cash on 1/1/2020. In our accountancy, if we write 1/1/2020 we have received cash on 1/1/2020. If I am writing this transaction, this will be called as a cash basis transaction, cash basis accounting. Are you understanding here? This is called cash basis accounting. The next basis, let's go for the second one. Actuarial basis. What is the second basis of accounting? The second basis of accounting is actuarial basis. Actuarial basis is nothing but there will be many incomes and expenses takes place in our business. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. So I am telling to you example, same example I will tell you. On 1/1/2020 we received cash for what? We have received one order. We have received one order on 1/1/2020. We have received cash on 1/1/2020. And I am giving goods on 10/10/10/2020. I am giving goods. On which date I am giving goods? 10/1/2020. I am giving goods. I am doing transaction here. I am doing transaction here. See, cash basis is nothing but on which date I receive cash, that transaction will be writing in the bookkeeping. Actuarial basis is nothing but there are many incomes and expenses takes place in our business. If I am ignoring the cash, and on which date I am doing transaction, that date will be, the transactions will be writing in the book. Instead of writing the receiving of that cash, I will be writing only transaction activity and I am not writing the accrual basis. I have been understood. Accrual basis is nothing but I have received a cash on 1/1/2020 and I am doing transaction on 10/1/2020. In accrual basis, I am going to take importance. I am going to write the transaction date, transaction activity instead of writing the cash activity is called accrual basis. I hope all of you have been understood this basis of accounting. Basis of accounting. Next, take down the next heading, accounting standards. Write down in the notes, accounting standards. Accounting standards is nothing but accounting rules and regulations, accounting methods, accounting procedures where we have to follow as an accountant. In our India, there are 32 accounting standards are there. How many accounting standards are there? There are 32 accounting standards are there where we have to know of in our accountancy. On this 32 accounting standards only, we will be following the accounting methods, we will be following the accounting procedures to write our bookkeeping, to maintain the records of financial business, to write the to prepare the financial statements of the organization. We should know the 32 accounting standards are there, which has been introduced by the ICAI, that is called Indian Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Let's take down the heading, accounting standards. In that, write down the explanation, accounting standards in India. Write down in India. ICAI, write down in India, ICAI, the full form is Institute of Chartered Accountant, Institute of Chartered Accountant, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, of India, of India, of India. Works on the counterpart of international accounting standard committee, that is called IASC. These standards are known as Indian Accounting Standards. Indian Accounting Standards. That is called AIS. See here, the last concept of this chapter is accounting standards. Accounting standards is nothing but accounting procedures, accounting rules and regulations, accounting steps where we will follow to maintain the bookkeeping, to preparation of financial statements. In India, ICAI, there will be one more question for you. Write the full form of ICAI. What is the full form of ICAI? Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. This is one of the institution which is available in our India. The headquarters is Delhi, where they have written works. They will be working on counterpart of International Accounting Standards Committee. What is the full form of IASC? There will be one more question to you. IASC, which is nothing but International Accounting Standard Committee. There is a one committee which is working on international standards, where the India is taking that of ICAI for these standards will be known as Indian Accounting Standards. There will be one more question for you. What is the full form of IAS? There will be one more question for you. What is the full form of IAS? During that, you have to write Indian Accounting Standard. These are the standards which has brought by the ICAI with the counterpart of IASC. These standards will be called as a IAS. What is the full form of IAS? Indian Accounting Standards. There are how many Indian accounting standards are there? There are 32 Indian accounting standards are there, which we will be followed for the preparation of the financial statements. This is the end of your second chapter. I hope all of you have been understood in a deep. This is the theory we have learned. From next chapter, from third chapter, we will be doing practices of accounting. This is the close of your first chapter. In today's class, the assignment for you is 1 and 2 marks questions. 1 and 2 marks questions. These questions you have to write after the notes. Once you have completed the second chapter, after that write down the heading 1 and 2 marks questions. After writing the notes, you have to write the answers for this each and every question. The first question is expand. Expand. GAAP. Expand. GAAP. Next question is expand. AICPA. Third one is expand. ICAI. Fourth one expand. IASC. Fifth one expand. IAS. Expand IAS. These are the expansions we have to write. Next, state any four accounting concepts. State any four accounting concepts. State any four accounting concepts. Next, what is accounting convention? What is accounting convention? Next, write the 4 types of accounting convention. Accounting convention. Write the 4 types of accounting convention. Next, what are the types of system of accounting? What are the system of accounting? What are the types of system of accounting? Next, 10th question. What is cash basis accounting? What is cash basis accounting? What is money measurement concept? What is dual aspect concept? What is dual aspect concept? These are the questions you have to write in the notes. This is the end of your second chapter. From next class we will be starting third chapter for you. Thank you so much.